Hello everyone, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you guys how to make around 100 to 150 million silver per month doing cooking. Now the most important thing that you need to remember watching this video is that cooking is really good when you have high investment. So if you are just a new player that just started the game, you'll have lower amount of profits in the first few weeks, and as time goes on your character will make more and more money every other week. Okay, now you'll never lose any money doing this because you have premium or focus, so you don't have to worry about that. You will get there eventually without losing any money whatsoever. Now another important thing when you are doing cooking is knowing how much food you can craft with your available focus points. To calculate this, you simply buy some ingredients, just enough to craft like one batch of whatever you want to craft. So in my example, I'm going to show you the wheat pies. I mean the chicken pies, not the wheat ones. Okay, let's go to 10. This is the minimum you can craft, and let's click on focus. Now if you see here, it takes me 26 focus to craft 10 of them. Now based on this information, you can calculate how much focus you have and how many ingredients you can use to craft whatever you want. So in my case, I have 26 focus, and to reach 30,000 focus I can craft around 3 times this amount, because this takes 10k and 30k is the maximum you have. Okay, so in my example I can craft around 12,000 or 11,000 pies with my full focus. Right, now that you guys know how to buy your ingredients, I'll show you how much money you can expect to make at the start of the game. Like at the very start, this is the amount you will be making. So me having 7k focus and you guys having around 30k or 15k focus should probably be the same, because I have a lot of spec in pie crafting. So yeah, let's see. I'm using 7k focus and I'll craft 2900 pies. The estimated market value is at 2.15 million. Right, I'll see you guys after I finish crafting this. Okay, I have crafted all of my 7k focus and I was able to make around 3 stacks of chicken pie. Now before I started crafting, I had a market value of 2.1 million and now I'm at 2.7 million. See, that's a huge increase in the amount of silver. Now you don't have to look at it in the perspective of 2.7 million. We made a lot more money than this, because the ingredients that you are seeing here, I did not buy them off the market. I farmed them myself for very little. I did not farm all of the ingredients for all of my stuff. Some of these ingredients I farmed myself, and most of them, like almost all of them, I bought it off the market. But I'm just telling you this now because you can farm your own ingredients and you'll make much more money if you farm your own ingredients. Now I'm too lazy to do that, so let's get into the video of me placing some buy orders. As you can see, I have a lot of spec in cooking. Alright, all of my buy orders are in. You can see all the raw ingredients here. I don't know if I have enough carry weight to pick everything up, so I'll take it bit by bit instead of clicking take all there, because I know these chickens weigh a lot. Okay, now a quick mention before we go on to the next step is that you can also grow all these products on your islands if you have alt accounts. That's probably the most efficient way to do it, but I can't be bothered with making alts and crafting all these items myself because it's too much work for me. But if you're not as lazy as I am, do your own products. It will reduce your cost by a lot and increase your profit margins by a lot too. Now you guys might be thinking how you make around 100 million with these tier 3 pies. Now the main answer is that you don't with the pies. I will show you how to make 100 million later on in the video. Now with these pies, because you are able to craft them very early on in the game, you will be able to make them very fast, and you'll make them in huge quantities, and you'll get around a million silver per day for doing this million, or let's round it down to around 700k, just because, just to be on a safe side. So even with 700k per day, you'll have enough to pay for premium. Now as you progress into the game further and further, you'll be able to craft higher tier items. Now for this you need enchanted food, and the enchanted food is made by fish sauce. And to make fish sauce, we are buying some fish here. We'll place some biodust on the fish and chop them up into chopped fish, and we'll use those chopped fish to craft fish sauce. Now the fish sauce has three variants: the basic one, the fancy one, and I don't know, the ultra fancy one. So basically it has three variants, and you need all three variants for tier 1 and not tier 1, the point 1, point 2, and point 3 foods respectively. Now another ingredient here is seaweed. Seaweed's really cheap, so you don't have to worry about that. You can neglect the cost of it. It's like 200k here for like 1,000 of them. So yeah, get some fish, get some seaweed. Also you can just fish for yourself. You don't have to buy fish off the market if you don't want to. You can just buy your own fish, buy your own fish sauce, and yeah, that's the best way to make hundreds of millions. Now this is the 100 million method. You craft your fish sauce bottles. Now if you see in the estimated market value, it's not changing. That's because we are not going to be selling the fish sauce on its own. We will use it to craft these 0.1 beef stews, and when you craft these beef stews, the estimated market value will increase a lot. And yeah, that's basically what you need to do to make hundreds of millions every month. Now I'm only making 0.1 foods here because I wanted it to be more accessible for beginners to see how to make it. But if you make 0.3s or 0.2 foods even, you'll make a lot more money than what I'm showing you here. Now another important tip while cooking is that the cooking fees on these stations is absurd. They charge you a lot of money to craft your food there. So it's better if you have a friend who has a cooking station that they can give you associate with, or you can just ask the owners of cooking stations in your city for associate. I think it will be relatively easy to get because a lot of people are. Here you can see I'm selling my beef stews, the 0.1 beef stews for 2.7 million. Or you can just use the trade chat to sell them. I'm selling them here for the market because it's for the video. I don't want to make it a much longer video, so I'm just using market here. Right, I have some leftover ingredients. I'll use them in the next batch. See, I already sold the next batch too because it's editing magic. You don't want to see all the stupid crafting footage, right? Also, you can also craft these things in small batches, like 10 at a time. You don't have to craft 1,000 at a time because you'll have very limited investment. Even with this small amount of investment, you'll make small profits, and that stuff adds up really fast if you keep doing it every day. Alright guys, that's it for the video. Consider becoming a channel member if you want to support the channel. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next one.